There were fears at one point that yesterday's match at Tynecastle might be Hearts' last because of their well-publicised money problems. The home fans responded to a plea from the board and turned up in big numbers for the game against St Mirren. Highlights with Paul Mitchell.
Quick throw and taken, that's Jamie Walker, who tries to test Craig Sampson. On his first start of the season after coming off the bench 3 times. That's a testing one. On to the free kick. Granger plays it out. Callum Patterson. Not too far away, Callum Patterson. Gets inside the corner. Teasing ball in by Danny Granger. Good crowd inside Tynecastle. The Hearts fans responded well as the side looked to respond. Jamie Walker coming in. The cross from Darren Barr was a good one from the right-hand side. Teased its way across. Van Zinten felt he was fouled here by Walker coming in, but it was straight to the goalkeeper. Rangers free kick. Andy Webster almost in there. Comes back onto Walker. Corner. Good pressure from Hearts. Craig Sampson, this was a difficult one for the goalkeeper. The ball coming through at a pace. Webster almost got a nick on it. It was Walker. The shot was deflected. So it's coming forward. Held up. Played on to Carey. Carey into the middle, on to Teal. Lays it up onto Stephen Thompson. Not the best shot you'll ever hit, Stephen Thompson. 5 goals so far this term. Teed up by Teal, over by Thompson. Ranger will read that. Hearts have got players out wide. Barr. Walker up against Dummett. Carey's in the area too. Nice ball back onto McGowan. It's a high one. Stevenson and Patterson are up there. Craig Sampson does just enough. Under great pressure that time, Craig Sampson from the Hearts front two. Coped with it in the end. There was a push. Free kick. So Danny Granger, his favourite to take this. Novakovas beside him. On to Granger. Deflection. A goal! 64 minutes gone. Danny Granger sends Hearts ahead, but it looked to be a deflection of Kenny McLean. Well, the Hearts fans here in huge numbers, relieved at this. It came off McLean. Gave Craig Sampson no chance. That's a good hit. The deflection helped. Hearts go one ahead, and Danny Granger takes credit for the goal. Onside, lost 4 straight in the SPL, struggling again here. Novakovas. Into the middle it goes, knocked on. Comes through, Stevenson is there, good one, touches away, Granger. There's shouts for a penalty. The ball striking the arm of Jim Goodwin. Stevenson under pressure, Mair getting it away. Goodwin got the touch, and the arm was out. Long throw from McGowan, fisted away by Sampson. Let's continue the attack. McGowan wants it back, but Driver steps forward. Tried to do it himself, Andy Driver. Scored against Hibs in August, hasn't found the net since then. Dylan McGowan playing him through. So Gary Teal going out to take the corner. Plenty of men forward. Jim Goodwin as a target. Mark McCausland in there too. Teal, that's a nice ball. McCausland's header off the line by Jason Holt and turned away by Andy Driver. It's as close as St Mirren have come. McCausland, good header, and Holt was doing his job on the post. Granger inside onto Webster, that's dangerous. Thompson has it, onto McLean. McLean with a shot. Well, he had support, Kenny McLean. He's got a good shot on him. Hearts causing their own problems here. Thompson robbed Webster, but McLean couldn't put it on target. Hearts looking to go again. Oh, it's a poor ball. Emery caused problems, and Van Zanten. Here's Andy Driver. That would have finished it. Just wide. Well, Emery was under some pressure. Van Zanten's touch was poor. Andy Driver came through, but couldn't find the back of the net.
And 1-0 was how it finished at Tynecastle. An emotional day for one and all. Scott Severin here grew up at Hearts, really, didn't you? You were there for 8 years, and you must share in the general sadness about this club scrapping for survival.
Yeah, it's difficult for them, but hopefully they'll come out the other side of it a better team for it as well. But John McGlynn's got the players all playing for each other, and the supporters are there cheering the team on, big crowds, and hopefully bringing some money in for the club. Yeah,
the fans are obviously digging into their pockets pretty effectively, Pat, at the moment. If you're a Hearts fan, would you have a worry that the money you're coming up with is going down a black hole?
Yeah, that's obviously a concern. The fans have no choice, really. They have to do it if they love the club, and there's plenty of them there that absolutely love the club. And you've got nothing but admiration and applause for those supporters. But you wonder, you know, a few months down the line, where is that money going to go? You're not going to get it back. But you can't worry about that. You just have to make sure your club stays alive, and, you know, well done to them. The one big other worry I'd have, because it's all short term just now for Hearts fans, but you better get some points on the board, because you never know what's going to happen after January. A lot of the players might have to leave. You might have a big problem. So the more points on the board now, and those three might become very, very important.
I think John McGlynn's expecting that, isn't he, Scott, to have to offload players to try and bring in some dosh?
Yeah, I think that will be the case, but looking at their youth setup, I think they've got a really good youth setup as well. So if they do lose some players, then I'm sure they can bring some in. It
could still be a successful season for Hearts on the pitch as well. They're 2 points off the top half, and of course this was Tannadice in the penalty shootout, the aftermath. Hearts are in the League Cup semi-finals.
Yeah, they've done well. I think played majority of the game with 10 men as well. So they're all fighting for each other, and I think it looks like they've got a great team spirit about them, and they're in a semi-final.
The other side of the coin from that game yesterday was a 6th successive defeat, Pat, for St Mirren. These vital stats do not look at all good for the Paisley team, who I think at the start of this were maybe in the top 4 in the SPL. Now they're a point off bottom.
Yeah, it is worrying times, but I think this could happen to any team, just about any team in the league, apart from Celtic. You could go on a run like this. No one's beyond it, and any team could also go on a run of winning 4 or 5 in a row, but you don't want to get dragged right down to the bottom, because it is tough to get back out again. But and the fact that it's all Constantine, that certainly helped. But if you get players like the quality of Teal, you know, Big Tomo up front, obviously McLean, who I keep on saying that I like as well, and Imrie, there's enough quality there. You know it's there. So if you can get them playing together well, but you know, don't let it go much further than it's gone just now. 6 is enough.
Well, if it does go any further next weekend against Dundee, then they swap places.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive game. As we said there, Dundee will take a massive lift from the result yesterday. So it's going to be a cracking game, and I think I can maybe see Dundee sneaking that one.
Yeah. And long term, could St Mirren go down?
No, I don't think so. I think they're too good to go down. As Pat said, they've got a few decent players in their team. I think it's getting that first win. That's the most important, as we just said. The sooner the better for them, and they can start picking up points again.
That's some match in Paisley next week.